Musky season is finally upon us in 2022. Dave Chevelle, Glenn McDonald, we are out on one of our favorite lakes. Not sure what we're going to see today.
Hoping something.
Hoping something. We'll see if we can put something together. Probably going to start out checking two areas. We're going to start in some shallow emergent weed areas close to spawning grounds, and then Dave's intuition's telling him because of the high water.
Lots of current and some little crankbaits, hero maker, soul searcher type stuff, but we'll see some dive and rise action today, I think. But the fish will tell us what to do.
Yep, we'll be back. See you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, we are officially in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I would think.
First spot. We're on some weeds, but we'll go over that in a minute. What'd you get it on, Dave?
Big Guy Baits, hot dog slapper.
Where'd we get that?
Minnesota Muskie Expo.
Minnesota Muskie Expo. Dave Campbell and his booth, he told us we better try this. He kind of told us, what did he say to use it?
He said run the tip of the rod in the water and reel it in slow. So I've been doing that, and we haven't been seeing nothing in 8 feet of water. The water's a little bit cool over the weeds, so I told Glenn, I said I'm gonna go rogue and hit the beach, and
of course I didn't turn the camera around to show you on the starboard side of the boat, but
it's not a giant, it's only about a 36, but we're on the board.
All right, as Dave gets us out of the bag, we're gonna go to the man cave and we're gonna do a little 54-second breakdown of how we got this fish. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome to a 54-second breakdown. So on this first fish, we're fishing a sand beach area. There's some emergent weeds that give another 3 weeks, these will be right to the surface, but right now we can see them on the graph. We historically know where they are. So our boat path brought us across the bottom of the weeds, and we are casting up into it. We moved one fish off the start of the weeds, and as we got down to the bottom, we rolled around and we were going to cast back into it. When we got around here, Dave thought, I'm going to try cast to the beach. So he cast up here. He ended up picking up a fish up in about 4 feet of water, but because it was on the wrong side of the boat, we got no footage of it. But that fish was sitting up, slightly warmer water. In here, we're sitting around 59 degrees. I'm suspecting this was 60, 61, closer to the beach. And that's where we got fish number one. Okay, we're back. Dave's getting it out of the bag.
Little chunky monkey. Not bad little guy. Look at his tail, eh?
Yeah, they got
spawned out.
some spawning marks on them, but that's a nice fish. It's a nice start. Let's get her back in the water.
We're on the board. Oh, I guess you're ready. Not first time.
Hey guys, so we come back to where we were earlier, and because we seen some fish in deeper water, Dave's running a top line baits ripper, I think, Dave?
Yep.
And I threw on X-Toad that I just picked up at the Minnesota show. It's kind of a Jolly Rancher pattern. I had good luck on this one last year. I actually just got hit and it got off, and it actually tore this one up pretty good. This looks like a beat up male, I think, Dave?
Yeah, I would say he's... Everything we've seen today has been...
beat up males, but we'll, let's take it back to the garage. We'll do a 54-second breakdown of what we were doing here, and we'll come back and we'll have a look at this fish. Fish number two came in a spot that we were at earlier in the day, and David suggested it in the intro that we are going to need to hit high water current areas. So here we have a spot where we have current coming into the lake and dispersing out this way, but we have a nice break underwater, and a lot of times we see fish sitting on either side. Well, in this case, we come in from down below, and I cast up into around here, probably about 7 feet deep. I got hit, it got off on the toad, and about 3 casts later, I cast up just off of this break. I'm guessing I was sitting over about 18 feet of water. He hit the toad. We got him in the bag, end up with a nice fish. But the key takeaway here, we always try to cast up into the current and then let the current pull your baits backwards. And in a lot of cases, the muskies are facing into whatever the available current or windswept current is.
Shit beat out of him.
Okay, so we got a little male, 33, 34 inches, but look at his tail.
He's been thrashed on.
And look at this side of him. So this is just classic post-spawn marks all over him. We'll get this little guy back, but this is what you would expect to see this time of year. And he's gone.
Feisty little guy.
Okay, can we open them up so we can get the lure in the picture there a bit? Okay guys, we're back. We were here, this was our first spot, Dave?
Yeah, we were here good 4.5 hours ago.
Dave got the very first one here. Unfortunately, we didn't get that one on video, but we come back, like Dave said on our last fish, like look at the system we got around us. Somehow, we haven't got rain here.
We're just skirting it.
But you can feel now, we're starting to feel a bit of difference in the temperature, Dave.
Yeah.
So I threw on Top Line Baits dipstick. I got Adam to paint this one in rainbow trout for me. And
that paint is deep.
yeah, it's awesome. He does awesome work. So we actually got first tiger of the year in the net. So let's head her back to the man cave. We'll do a 54-second breakdown of what we see in here and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so for fish number 3, we're a little bit later in the day, only a few hours, but we come back to where we caught our first fish. So I'm gonna use the same map. We come in with the same boat path and we're trying to contact fish that might be sitting out in the weeds. And using the same boat path, I was trying to hit what historically are these avenues between the weed patches. And from about right here, I cast and I hit just in this back corner of one of the weed patches and we hooked into a nice tagger. Let's have a look at that fish.
I can't believe this guy's cooperating like that. He's thick.
Girth to him. All right, so here's the first little tiger of 2022. Beautiful little fish.
Yes.
As tigers are, it's not real long. It's got the short little tail on it. Dave's gonna zoom in on the cheek.
Yeah, get some.
We always use the cheek pattern as the identifier. So if we catch this guy again this year, we'll know.
Okay.
But he's got some weight to him. And let's get him back in.
Ooh, the fish, not you.
There you go.
He gone. He gone.
Okay guys, we're kind of ending our day here because the weather's coming in. So we can just, like we had said on that last fish, you just feel something's happening in the air. For fishing a deeper point, I caught it on same Lake X toad from earlier. This one hit way out, and what I was doing was just casting in front of the boat while Dave was casting to shore. But let's go do a 54-second breakdown of this fish and we'll be right back. Fish number 4, main lake area. It doesn't have a lot of current on it, but what it did have going for it on this day is windswept current. So the wind was pushing across this point and it was pushing water down this direction here. And what we've seen off of this point is the wind was pushing around and we had slack water here, and then you would have waves just out, and we were starting to use that edge right there as a defined edge in the water, and it seemed like we had seen a couple fish relating to that. So we worked around this point like we normally do. Dave was casting into the areas around this point. I was at the front, and I was actually casting a little bit more forward to stay in the deep water with the toad. I cast up just off of that seam line, got hit way out here over deep water. We ended up with another nice one on the toad. Okay guys, we're back. Let's have a look at this one. Oh,
Is it clean?
yeah, it's bleeding a little bit. He was hooked.
Snot all over everything.
Let's get this one back. The wind is definitely picking up on us here.
Okay, that's good for this.
So, for now, that will take that for an opening day excursion.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all.
Nothing wrong with that. So 54 Bus is out of here, and we'll catch you guys out on the water later. You're good.